So are you getting the sense of this? So you want to quiet your mind, because when you quiet your mind, you allow your vibration to rise to the equivalency of your inner being. Why is that a good thing? Because your inner being knows everything you want and is standing in that vibrational place as a point of attraction where everything that you want is culminating. And when you allow your vibration to rise and you find vibrational equivalency with your inner being, then what happens to you is you're standing in that same point of attraction where you're in the receptive mode, where you get impulses, so you get to witness your thoughts turning to things. You get to see the manifestations taking shape. And why is that important? It isn't. It's just fun. It's not important. It's just more fun to watch things come into being. The most fun thing in the world. It is our promise to you, the thing that you will feel the most exhilarated about, the thing that will give you the most satisfaction and the most pleasure, is to have lived some life and know what you don't want and know what you do want, and have done it enough that you're pretty sure about what you do want. And then to meditate and quiet your mind, so during that time you're not clamoring in resistance to what you want, which means you're in closer vibrational proximity to it. And because you are in vibrational proximity to it, ideas and impulses come to you which you feel compelled to act on, which then show you evidence of the progress you're making. That is so fun. When you set an intention for something and then you get to witness the universal forces that are always working on your behalf, and you witnessing them because you're letting yourself be the receiver of the evidence of the progress of your intention, there's nothing more exhilarating than that in all of the universe. And there is nothing less exhilarating than to want something that you don't let in and then complain about it day after day after day after day, not letting it change, just letting the desire get bigger. Every time you complain about something, your desire gets bigger. So now consider this. This is a vibrational fact that you are ready to hear right now, maybe for the first time you've ever heard it. When you in your life are causing a problem to come into focus, you are causing a solution to come into focus. And who's focused on the solution? Your inner being. How are you going to get access to that? You got to find vibrational equivalency with your inner being before the solution's going to come. And if you're beating the drum of the problem all day, you'll never find the solution. We're not asking you to go into deep meditation and just stay there so that you can receive answers. We're asking you that 15 minutes every day you make a small effort or attempt to listen to something that is not interesting, to allow your mind to become inactive enough that your vibrational frequencies are allowed by you to rise to who you really are just for a little bit. And when you do that, things will happen in that day that would not have happened otherwise. You'll have insights in that day that you would not have had otherwise. Things will go better for you in that day that would not have gone better for you otherwise. You'll have evidence of the manifestations coming into being that you wouldn't have had otherwise.
It's like play. You feel like joy. You feel like the interaction with
You feel
source.
joy instead of stubborn.
Yeah.
You feel happy instead of tense. You feel eager instead of tired. You feel clarity instead of confusion. It's just a much better day. And let's say that some of you who maybe haven't been meditating, or have and then stop, or don't do it regularly, let's say that our sales job has convinced you that this might be a good idea because it's the only way. Because law of attraction won't let you loose otherwise. So let's say we convinced you and you began meditating, and you began noticing that on those days that not only did you just feel better, but there was more fun because there was more evidence of you allowing the universe to work on your behalf. So you feel a little more blessed, you feel a little more understood, you have more fun. It's a better day. And then let's say you wake up on a morning, you didn't plan it very well, your phone started ringing, and you got into the day and you didn't meditate. And that day is a different kind of day. That day sort of sucks in subtler ways. But then on another day you meditate and it's a better day. And then you meditate and it's a better day. And your days get better and better, and then you don't meditate and it's not as good a day. And you put it together. Receptive mode on Monday, not receptive mode on Tuesday. Receptive mode on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Saturday was awesome. Sunday, I slept in because I was drunk last night, didn't meditate, and didn't go very well that day. In other words, you start noticing the correlation between you allowing yourself to find your receiving mode and you not allowing yourself to find your receiving mode. And then you start noticing, maybe saying it only to yourself and maybe saying it to others. When I meditate, it's like there's a whole cadre of assistants that follows me around. It's like there's someone that is moving ahead of me, just getting things out of the way. And on days that I don't meditate, it's more like I'm out there on that raw and ragged edge all by myself, because it's attraction, 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 attraction. And so this is the question that we want you to put to yourself, and we've never talked about this with any group ever before. We've never said it this clearly. Is my point of attraction more because I'm over here, or is my point of attraction more because I'm over here? If you've meditated, it's more because you're over here. And if you're over here where your inner being is and where all the things you want are, then the things that you want are coming into fruition. They're coming into the light. They're coming into your consciousness. They're coming into your awareness. You're starting to see them and see them and see them and see them. A way to talk about this that you might hear more easily on the negative side, on the flip side of this, is Jerry and Esther, as they were driving around in their monster bus, a lot of miles crossing the nation, crisscrossing it back and forth year after year. And they would go for a period of time and never see an accident, never see one happen, never come upon one after the fact, never get close to one. They're happening all over the nation, but nowhere near they were, because it's attraction, attraction, attraction. And then something would get their attention, somebody would be talking about it, they'd see something on television, and then they'd come up after one. Or they'd see someone swerve and hit the fence, and then Jerry and Esther would say to one another, it's getting a little close. We must have it activated in our vibration again. You get what you think about. And so don't you want to be in the proximity where the things that are important to you and the things that you want and the things that are lovely and the things that are beautiful and the things that are praiseworthy, don't you want that to be what's active in your vibration?
That's why it's frustrating when it's not there. You know, like
we could not have a better person in this chair, because she doesn't try to hide how she feels, and she is a good representative for the things that everyone does from time to time. The reason that you feel frustration is not because it's not there. You feel frustration because you're focusing in opposition to who you are.
I want this instead of
You're
that,
telling the story backwards.
Okay. Oh.
Negative emotion is what's creating what you don't want. It's not that what you don't want is creating negative emotion. Negative emotion is not about what's already created. Negative emotion is about what you're now creating. So when you feel frustration, it's not your inner being saying you feel frustration because this is the way it is, because this is what's already manifested. You're feeling negative emotion because right now you're creating more of that. Emotions are always about what's actively taking place. Ooh, we've never said that to you before either. Not in that way. Don't you love knowing that? Talk about guidance. Talk about active, in the moment, beneficial guidance. Ooh, I'm feeling frustration, which means I'm creating more of what I don't want.
So it's like the pushing of the car. I mean, if I realize it, I can stop right there.
We've enjoyed this discussion a lot, and we've had a lot of insights about it. And we know for sure that you know more clearly now than you've ever known before how all of this works. When we say to you it's attraction, 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 and nothing other than that, do you accept it? And when we say to you it's what you're thinking that equals your attraction, do you accept that? And when we say you can't control your thinking, do you accept that? Which leaves you where? In a hopeless place. And then when we say, but you can reset your vibration, you can't oppose your thought. Well, you can if there's not too much momentum, and you can if you're really strong-willed about it, but you're the most strong-willed person we've ever met, and you can't do it. You can't do it. You cannot use the power of your mind to take that thought and move it over there. But you could have that thought, go to sleep, wake up the next morning, meditate, find that thought, and now you've got that thought and not that thought. But did you see the process by which you got to that thought?
So I have to live the rest of the day with that thing going on.
You sort of do.
Just building on it.
You sort of do. You sort of do. You sort of just have to say, this is what my point of attraction is. And so Esther will say when she gets on a run like that, that's about right. Yeah, that's about right.
So instead of trying to push it away, just go allow it.
There's no such thing as pushing away. This is a universe based upon attraction. It's only about inclusion. There's no such thing as no. When you say, go away from me, this thing I do not want, what you're actually saying is, come to me, this thing I do not want. Yeah. Really good conversation. Yeah. First and most important, you are a vibrational being, and it's good for you to know it. And you are a vibrational being who is radiating vibrations that law of attraction is responding to, which is causing what is coming to you to come to you. It's attraction, it's attraction, it's attraction. It's not chance, it's not luck, it's not even skill in terms of your action. It's a vibrational creative experience that you are all involved in, most humans without even knowing they're involved in it. And so instead of doing something about your creation while it's in the pliable, moldable stages, most people wait until law of attraction has caused it to move all the way through the thoughts turning to things, and then they begin examining the things, comparing the things, praising or criticizing the things. We don't want to hurt your feelings, but in a futile effort, because that's not where your power is. Your power is pre-manifestation, not post-manifestation. So if you are a reactor to manifestation, you're having a rough ride. If something happens or you observe something that really isn't any of your business, but you're still observing it, if what you're observing is something you want, then you have a good feeling response to it. But if something you are observing is not what you want, then you have a bad feeling response to it, and you don't feel very much control in the process. We want this gathering here today to be about you gathering enough true understanding of how this universe works and what these laws are about, and how you know how you are applying the law, how you know what your response to your moment in time is, where all of your power is, so that you can be the deliberate molder of the clay that you were born to be. And not deliberate because things need to be done in a different way. That's not our point. Not deliberate because you're not getting it right and it's high time you did. It's not about that at all. It's that you were supposed to be enjoying this. This is supposed to be an environment where you get to select from the variety and tune your frequency deliberately to the things that you most like, so that law of attraction will bring you avalanche after avalanche after avalanche of things that you want and things that are pleasing to you. You don't have enough time today or in this lifetime for us to explain to you who you really are and where you've been that has led you to this important moment in time, where the physical you meets the non-physical you in the most advantageous creative atmosphere that has ever existed. We don't have time, you don't have time to go back through the details of how you came to this magnificent and important place of creating. But in this day, it is our expectation that you will find resonance with things that we know, for you know them too, that you will accept more than you have before your place in this universe and the joyful experience that you are meant to have. It delights us to anticipate the resonance that you will find and the hooking up with you that you will accomplish, and then what will come next and what will come next and what will come next. And so let's just get into it. We want to hear from you the poignant place that you are now at, the specific things that you are reaching for. And we will explain to you, because we know where you are in relationship to what you want, the path of least resistance, your path of least resistance to the joyful outcomes that you want, but not just the outcomes, the joyous journeys on the way to the never-ending outcomes. Be easy. Take it easy. It's gonna be fun. There's nothing serious going on. Not here or ever.